the downward force, the so-called downward force. Just like we all are aware that the issue of gravity and the model of flat earth has been the topic, a very intriguing topic over centuries, because our planet earth is visible to us inside our planet earth, but we are not able to decipher exactly the shape of our planet earth. The reason being that the new hypothesis that came up in the 16th century suggests that we are living on a globe, three-dimensional globe, upside and down. The ancient Egyptians were using geocentric knowledge, which actually suggested that we are living on a flat plane in the absence of gravity. Right now, we are actually using the heliocentric model, which was invented or implemented in 16th century. We are going back in time. I want you to understand that going back in time, we are going to revisit all these things that we are given, all the knowledge that we were given, and everything that we learned in our education system. We are going to revisit all of them. And that's exactly what I am here to do with you right now. Because we are going to actually make you understand that what we call gravity, or what they called gravity, it is not necessarily a force. But because of the malevolent who does not want people to embrace knowledge for what it is really is, they decided to turn everything upside down. They decided to create an illusion. They decided to indoctrinate all of us. But today, I am so excited that I have been able to figure out, how to challenge this hypothesis, including the theory of Albert Einstein. How to challenge it. Because just like I made earlier post, that Albert Einstein actually a construct on a natural phenomenon that he barely understood. That's exactly, we are told that Einstein is one of the most intelligent people in the field of science. I am not doubting that. I idolize him, and I love him for his work. He did a lot of good job, but there is something I discovered in the theory of Albert Einstein. Not only Albert Einstein, because I also compared his theory and the theory that of Isaac Newton. And I discovered some loopholes. I discovered that there is something missing in those theories. Why are they missing? Are they missing because they were not aware of this natural phenomenon? Or are they missing because they are part of the indoctrinator? Because it is only two things that are involved. It is either they are trying to define the natural phenomenon that they are not aware of, or that they are part of the indoctrinator. That's why they created such illusion that or puzzles that we cannot solve, because the puzzles is incomplete and the puzzle does not make sense. Even in a mathematical equation, we can never solve that puzzle because it does not make sense. The first and the last theory, because I'm only going to use one theory of Albert Einstein to define the existence of this so-called downward force, gravity, aka. Now let's go there. Albert Einstein theory on general relativity, which suggests that the mass of Earth created a curvature in the space-time. That's why there is a downward force. But Einstein forgets that everything in space is basically in a quantum state and in a superposition. Therefore, what's the so-called space-time, because he combined our three-dimensional space plus the space, them a four-dimensional space, which he combined them and called them a space-time. Now, in the space, what we call mass, weight, it does not apply. In space, what we call up, down, side, or it does not apply. In space, everything is in a quantum state, in superposition. That's why everything that is found in space, no matter how, the mass of the object, no matter the weight of the object, it is like taking it and placing it on the ground zero of Earth. In space, there is nothing that applies. Weight does not apply. Mass does not apply in space. So there is no way the mass of Earth can create a curvature in space-time. It is not possible. Nothing can create a curvature in a space-time because space, mass, weight does not apply. That's why everything is actually, floating. If we understand the quantum theory or quantum mechanics, you will know that in quantum mechanics, especially that those objects that are in superposition, they're neither here or there. And I believe if we go out of space right now, you will not see the planet Earth because it is in a superposition. And that's why planet Earth is actually connected to every other planet within the galaxy because they are neither here nor there. But remember that there are planets in our galaxy that is actually light years apart from planet Earth, but they are connected. This is called a quantum entanglement. In space, everything in space, there is no solid basically in space. That's why space-time can be bent in order to create a shortcut, because there is no solid in quantum state. That's why when we look at our planet Earth existing in space, there are possibilities that if you travel in space, which is not possible, and I am going to tell you the reason why traveling out of space is not possible. I am going to tell you, and you are going to actually, do your own research. And basically what we are doing here, it is not for those who believe in the mainstream, because what we are doing here, the hypothesis that I am giving you right now, you will not find it in Google. You will not find it in mainstream. This hypothesis only exists here and now. And this hypothesis will come to existence at some point. It will definitely come to existence and it will be added into our education curriculum. It does not matter how long it takes, but this hypothesis exists only here. That you are hearing it. You are actually blessed to hear this hypothesis because this is the reality of our existence, unbiased, unadulterated. We've been hearing about people going into space, right? Going out in space, going to look for whether they will discover life or not. My hypothesis suggests that there is no one who has ever gone out of space. To an extent, it was not just my hypothesis. When I figured this out, what actually drove me to actually figure this out was Albert Einstein's theory on the general relativity, which he suggests that the mass of Earth created a curvature in the space-time. That's why anything that goes up comes down. But Einstein forgot that there is no up, there is no down in space. Everything floating, free fall, everything. Because mass, weight does not apply in a quantum state. Our space is in a quantum state. Many things in our space are in a superposition. That's why a planet that is light years apart from planet Earth, they are still communicating with each other. And that's when we talk about quantum entanglement. They are light years apart. The speed of light is actually the fastest speed in the planet Earth. Light years. If you use speed of light, it takes you years to get to those planets. Look at that. but they are actually still connected to planet Earth because there is interconnectedness, the quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement, it is where we can actually bend time. If planet Earth is here because we're using a flat Earth model, this is planet Earth, this is a Pluto that's light years apart from planet Earth. If we want to actually get to them, instead of traveling from this point to another, we bend the time. What is called quantum entanglement. You see, let's actually do, you see this? Instead of traveling from here to here, we do this. We bend the time. We bend the time. Now, instead of doing this, you make a hole here. You create a hole here. Now, instead of going around, you just use this hole to enter. That is quantum entanglement.